Wow. Let me go and tell you what the link is to the thing. I think
I
it's.
think I'm witnessing fucking Ninja get a fat Fortnite dub.
Well, I mean, I hope so.
Yep, I just witnessed Ninja get a Fortnite dub.
Well, I mean, he's ninja after all. He is
Yeah.
great. Welcome back, Melorino. Thanks, man.
Uh,
Not now.
how do
Stream
I
options.
look for channels? What the
Don't
hell?
worry, dude. I got you. I'm gonna do it right
Oh,
now.
there we go.
I don't like I have to like automatically edit everything inside the. My stream health is good. I think. I think we're good. I think we're good. Has it updated? All changes have been saved. All right.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Oh, I hate that it always puts. Okay, cool. Are you Mario Cat? I want Roblox. You're not Mario Cat. What's up, man? What's up, Mario Cat? You're Spider.
Should probably invite you. You
Oh, really?
ranked
It's not.
meme,
What if,
casual.
whatever you want to do, man. We'll do it. We'll do it all. So let me open my.
I don't know, man. I'm down for anything. It's what you want to do.
I'm down for anything. It's what you want to do. Hooray! Chat is waiting for you. Okay, I got chat open now. All right, let me go and do a alert that I'm live on everything. Cause why not? Doing a test. Doing a R6 SRAM. And okay. Now we're all good. The chat is waiting for you. I don't know what that means. Where's Roblox? This I can't even read. All right. Oh yeah, I have to start recording this too as well. Let me open up the old game arena. There was a car accident. No way. What? What's going on here? Can I, is Rainbow Six gonna be a piece of shit right now? You're not gonna pull up on OBS, is that what you're gonna do? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh my god, just do it already. Jeez. Like, what is going on with Rainbow Six? Alright, so it's not popping up at all. What the fuck? Alright, maybe I have to start up a new game capture, maybe. Game capture. Specific window. Let's look for Rainbow Six. There we go. Here we go. And that should be good, right? Are we working? Okay, now it's working. Cool. Now we have it working, so we can go here. What the crackers, man? So that's working. So we gotta bring this all the way down here. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just trying to get my overlay to work.
Yeah, no worries.
And it's going to work when I decide to make it work. Alright. I think it's working. I think we're good. I think it's working. I think it's all centered. We're gonna say it's centered. Bam. Rainbow Six. Minecraft? If the link in Discord is broken, which link? The YouTube link? Oh. That's probably because it's a new link every time. I didn't change it. A. How do you fix that? How do you do something? Oh yeah, go to live, I guess. Yeah, we'll just do this, and we go to the link. Go to link. Go to link. All right, it's easy. I fixed it. Took me all of 2 seconds, and I fixed it. Edit and Rainbow Sixed. Boom. Okay. Alright, cool. We're done. Now let's play the damn game.
Yes.
Oh no, I didn't set up the record. Shit.
Isn't that just a button you gotta get?
Yeah, but it's gonna dump it on my SSD, which has like no space, and that's not what I want to do. And we're just gonna it'll take like literally 2 seconds, or will it? Oh no, it's gonna dump on my C, but I can't change it unless I turn off my stream. Why can't I stop it from doing that? Alright, well, we'll just have to use the rebroadcast, because I'm too lazy to restream. Actually, I might have to redo my stream, though. Ugh. I think we're good. Hello? We're good? We live? Is it good? We're good? Hello?
Probably.
Alright, well, whatever. We'll figure it out, I guess, when people decide to... Let's go. Invite me to your damn shit, yo. I already have. I have Captain Deadpool wants to be friends. I have new friend. Okay, cool. So I guess we do ranked, or do you want to do casual? I'll do whatever, because I am... You know, I'm me.
So are we waiting for someone?
No. Do you want to wait for somebody?
I mean, didn't someone just say they were gonna join, or am I just poo brain?
You're just poo brain, dude.
Ooh. Alright. Just,
You okay, man?
yeah. Stressful day. Talking, my competitive team thinks ranked is the best way to practice as a team,
I suppose.
and not really.
I mean, it's better than casual, but I wouldn't say it's better than like learning angles and like
Like what
Like a-
we're gonna be doing now, instead of doing ranked, we're just gonna do pickup games.
yeah.
So hopefully that'll improve morale. 'Cause
Well, yeah,
I
that's
can't
well better actually going against an
Yeah.
actual team. But I think like rank would definitely be better than casual. But I think it.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Ranked is definitely better than casual, but
I think
the problem here is that we're playing ranked when we could be doing pickup games that we
Yeah.
can find in whenever we want.
Yeah, I think like what we used to do when I used to run a like a competitive clan of sorts. We'd always strive for like pickup games. We wouldn't just go to like the random pubs and come as a unit or whatever, a clan. That'd be stupid. What we do to practice, we'd learn the map or like just learn angles. Guys, this is what we're gonna do, and this is your situation when we're going against some team. We gotta know your spot, guys, so we don't have to think. Just do, Say this is angles. This is what's bad about this angle. Stuff like that. Get rid of Nomad. I discovered that Me6 has something. I have no idea what you wrote. Let me see. I gotta make my thing smaller. Should I enable it
What's
when
up,
I
home
upload?
slice?
Post when you upload a video? Nah, I don't want people to see that I upload a video. That's stupid. Because some videos aren't good. That's just factual.
So this Shiro guy's pretty good. Gotta watch out for him.
You sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
That was a good pun.
I'm a diamond. Don't worry about it. I'm a diamond. Don't worry about it, bro.
I'm a professional Fuse player.
Alright.
It is alright. Pick one thing off your desk, then read it to me.
Do you want me to read you the entirety of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six?
Yes.
Nothing I can really pick up.
Okay, I got something for you. It's called Blues Bender.
Nice.
It's a harmonica by Honyor. M.
Oh, you know.
Honyor Pack.
Can you play?
Last time I touched this, I had like strep throat, so I haven't cleaned it yet. So if I put it in my mouth, I'm probably gonna get strep throat again.
Nah, you're immune.
Nah, no. You say that, but every time I put it in my mouth, it makes my throat hurt. Although, whenever I put anything in my mouth, my throat kind of hurts. I guess the problem is I try to swallow it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good.
10 seconds to go.
That's not fair.
What the
Fuck was that?
Was that you, Mel?
No! That sounded like a soundboard.
Must locate
That's
Yeah,
weird. 'cause-
baby.
Well, that was nice, dude. How'd you do that? Was that a soundboard, or was that actually you?
It's actually me.
Was that a soundboard or actually you? Let's just figure it out. Because only soundboards could, like, can't answer math questions. So let's do this. 2 plus 2, what does that equal? Yeah, I told you, soundboard. Oh, never mind. Unless you're looking through your cycle, I don't know, man. Let's try something else. Say orange.
What's my name?
That works too. What's his name? He's programmed into a soundboard, dude. Calling it. Yep. So as we know,
Oh yeah. Yep. Someone's playing second floor. It's like Jaeger or Bandit.
ow.
Nice.
Where was that, Melon?
I don't know.
I'm gonna take his camera.
Probably through this
I'm
window.
I'm rotating over to help.
Or it was from second floor.
No, it wasn't from second floor.
Well, I got hit really fucking hard, dude.
Cause it was a shotgun. Of course you got hit hard. Hey, make some noise.
Ah!
Not like that, you dumbass. Like crouch up and down, like something like that.
Yeah, we're taking too long. Let's do something. Calling.
All right, you're good. You're good.
I think I hear a nitro cell.
Watch.
Yeah, watch.
Watch out for
There's a
the.
camera here. On the stairs. That just saw us. So let's go up the other stairs, maybe?
That did not destroy
Got
the
39
initial
seconds. Gotta go faster than just crawling.
Oh, what the fuck? I got pre-fired like a slut. There's a frost to left.
He's pushing up.
On me. He's on the diffuser.
Oh my
Ah,
god.
Fucking dumbass.
The diffuser has been destroyed.
Dang.
Failed.
Oh yeah, did he put the diffuser? Oh, that's like the easiest thing to diffuse. Good job, everyone. We'll get him next time. Good try. Good try. What version of Club Penguin is this? This is the Club Penguin, the Revengerance, where we get revenge on all the people that closed the pool off because the pool has AIDS. Wait, no, is that not? That's Habbo Hotel. Never mind, I lied.
Yeah, that's Harbor Hotel.
Ah, damn it. Which one's Club Penguin? Is that just people making swastikas with penguins?
Yeah.
Okay. Charming.
need to use
Yeah, I
your
got
phone to
pre-fired like
locate
a
bomb.
cracker, like out of a cracker barrel, you know?
I just potatoed him. Downstairs, I think.
Is the Minecraft server still down? Minecraft server
They're
should be up, dude.
downstairs.
They're upstairs, yeah.
They got a warden.
Advise your drone has located a bomb.
Was that
10
Mira?
seconds.
They got a warden and a mirror up.
5 seconds before insertion.
Okay.
Proceed to bomb location and defuse it.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Why would I know what Minecraft version we're on? Dude, like... Oh, they're not upstairs. They're just... They led us to believe they're upstairs. Naughty,
Their
naughty.
basement.
Someone blow this right here?
I'll blow something, yeah. Let's go.
No, don't fuse it. There's a mirror at that wall. That'd be a great one to fuse, though.
We will prevail.
I don't think any of them are on site.
Okay, well, you want to bring it here, FS Direct?
Located a bomb. Must recover the
Oh, shit.
diffuser is
Every time you fucking talk, I die.
What?
Can you watch that, patch for me?
Yeah, watching.
diffuser is active.
Yo, keep coming down the stairs from
You're on me, Mira, Mira. You...
Down to one friendly.
Wah. Wah.
The diffuser has been disabled. Mission is a failure.
Why is
Every
this guy-
time I want to just sit back and play the game, I get absolutely stomped and it's not fun anymore. I fucking hate this.
We should have gone casual, dude.
Eh.
You just don't know how to have fun anymore. Everyone is like so serious in this game. You just gotta do what I do, man. Just gotta do what I do and just, you know, do what I do, man. I don't know what that is, but I do it. I want to ride my bicycle. Exactly, dude. You gotta blow off some steam sometimes, you know?
We need to locate a bomb.
That's exactly what he was doing.
I'm so fucking stoned.
Oh, yeah? You got some... Yeah. You had some, like, portobello mushrooms?
Had a little mushroom with a sirloin steak 8 ounce.
Oh, man, 8 ounces of steak? That's a lot of steak.
I'm trying to get big in the city of sin.
Oh, yeah? They're not top floor. I think they're second.
10 seconds.
For the
You-
bunk.
Advise your drone has located a bomb. 5 seconds to go.
Someone should tell them all the damage they did to the building are coming out of their
Make your way to
out of their lease
location.
agreement.
Doc and Warden are gonna be upstairs.
Oops. Come on, give me a shot. Give me a shot. Ah, damn it. All right. I don't know what I'm doing down here with the team.
There's 3 of them upstairs actually.
Yeah, let's do it then. Like upstairs, upstairs?
Upstairs, 3rd floor.
Upstairs, upstairs.
Got a hostile. 3rd floor.
They're rotating. West stairs.
On mark, on mark.
Yeah, west stairs.
Hostile.
Still on mark.
I think you're gonna come plant that D.
Alright.
I'll go in first though. Let's... Yeah, he's hiding it. Yeah,
Behind the
I'll go-
bed.
Fuck.
Friendly, last operator standing. Four last stop standing.
That one's gonna be on stairs.
User is online and active.
That's not stairs. Oh well.
The diffuser has been disabled. Mission is a failure.
Have we lost yet?
Almost.
Oh, alright, we can defend now. Let's go defend ammo storage. That's pretty good, this place to store ammo. I'm gonna go Capcan. Because Capcan can. I think if you just like go to the server and put it into your Minecraft, it'll tell you what version it's on. That's 9,000% sure that's how Minecraft works.
Yeah, it'll tell you the version.
Hubble bubble. That's all the frowns, guys. Just like, you know,
Secure the area. Keep
turn
the
those
bomb
frowns upside
protected.
down, and you know, you can do it. Positive
Fuck that
thinking.
up, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as you think positive, you can win.
Yeah, life sucks.
Yeah, life sucks. That's a good saying.
Can you actually put it up there?
Yeah. I
Oh.
just can't get it.
Plan your defenses accordingly.
There we go.
Down to 10 seconds.
28 up.
Alright, Broods. Good luck.
5
And don't
seconds
forget,
to
it's only a
insertion.
game.
Razor wire deployed.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Oh, I have an extra bomb thing somewhere. They'll never look in here. If they ever look in here.
Where was that?
Oh no.
I think I did some damage to them though. Oh, they have a blitz, by the way.
Setting needle catch.
Okay. It's stairs there. You got good again.
Did I really just try shooting us?
Coming up the
Yeah,
stairs.
he did. Oh my god. Oh my god.
One more on stairs. Hey, Legion, come over here. Hit me with a goo mine.
Hit you with a goo mine? Oh
Yeah.
shit, I don't have any.
Feed up and running.
Fuck.
Throw impact at him.
No, it's gonna blow him up, dude.
Oh no.
Yo, behind us.
Oh fuck.
He's in there.
There's
Op 4 last.
one in blue box. Right next to blue box.
Are you safe to move, or what's going on?
No.
Friendly last operator
She's
standing.
by blue box. They're just holding an angle over there.
Let them come to you. I have mines in the H doorway.
Oh fuck me. Bad time
All
to throw.
friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
Damn, you should just hid in a corner. They probably would have got hit by a mine because they're running out of time. Casual?
Yeah.
Casual.
Maybe then I can just fucking play the game to play the game.
Yeah, right? Play the game to play the game. What a great idea. I agree with this idea. Ooh. Oh no, I'm now bronze 3. Damn it.
Oh no.
I didn't think I was going to lose rank that quickly. Alright, let me go see something real quick. Q is up for casual. I'm just going to take a look at them all. I take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Ba-na-na-na-na. Take a look at my girlfriend. Gorkin in the morning. She can now wow. Welcome to America. That's a good song. You know that song?
Nope.
I take a look at my birthday. Alright, cool. Oh, right. Matchmaking has begun. Okay.
I pray that was actually casual. Yep.
Alright, good job. Aw, man, I don't want to play ranked again. Ah, damn. You usually get somebody when you say something stupid like that. You're like, oh, it's not ranked, it's casual. You're like, oh no, it's great, it's casual, good. Hey, what's up, Mr. Blue? How have you been? Everyone's like quiet.
I don't want to be.
Everyone's quiet right
Shield
today.
meme today, boyo. Fuck.
All we have is quiet ride going on today.
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb.
Mr. Blue? W crazy?
Hello.
There you go. Okay. I thought I was on a. So I was playing some games with like a lot of NPCs the other day. Like they don't speak,
Located a bomb.
and I don't know. I think Ubisoft puts a
Bro,
lot of.
you have a nice bike.
Oh, thank you.
Your drone has found a bomb.
I was given it to by Ubisoft. They said, you know, you have the talent. You have the talent to bring Rainbow Six into the future of PUBG. Like, you know, what do they call it? Battle Royale.
Found a bomb.
So there's gonna be a new game mode coming out soon with Rainbow Six. It's a Battle Royale mode. It's actually unique though because they said to themselves, well, Battle Royale's on the way out. You know what's on the way in? Team Tactics. So they're gonna make an auto chess Battle Royale Rainbow Six spin-off.
Intriguing.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's why they want 100 champions. It's not for this game, but it's for Team Tactics, where they're auto chess.
Did you just really call them champions?
Yeah, I do it all the time. I mean, not paying attention to me at all when I speak.
No, I am. I just don't pay attention.
I'm just tune me out sometimes. So anyway, last time I played, I was playing with a lot of NPCs. You might say, well, they're not NPCs, and that's not fair to call somebody an NPC just because you don't like their opinion and they always
jump
say
into
Trump is
towers.
bad or something like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they're literally NPCs. Ubisoft has been filling the servers up with NPCs to, like, I don't know, pump up numbers? Player stats? You tell me. Did you just bash me his brain in?
Fucking played!
Oh.
Holy shit!
Well, while you're celebrating, I just got shot in the face.
Me too.
One's on marble.
Oh my god! It's all up to you, man.
Hides in the hallway.
All friendly
I tried.
eliminated.
I wouldn't really worry about it, though. This is absolutely conspiracy against us. Because I'm telling you about the facts about Ubisoft. Right now, they've been all these guys have been buffed, like 100%. So we're being destroyed right now because I'm woking your brain cells. I am the Joe Rogan of Ubisoft. The Joe Rogan of R6.
My brain cells have been like split in two.
Dang, man. I'm gonna play some Mastrio, or Mastria, as I call him. Maestro is his name, actually. I suck at words. Did you know he's Italian?
I'm Italian.
You too, man. We're from Italy. Are you from?
Oh well, I'm not from like
So
Italy, but
so you're not
I'm
Italian.
60% Italian.
Oh, so you're not Italian. You're just American.
Like I have Italian heritage.
Yeah. Cool.
Protect the bombs.
You know what also has Italian heritage? Garlic bread.
I love garlic bread.
Shit, you're right.
Yeah. That's the
And
one thing.
pizza?
That's the one thing everyone can agree on. Garlic bread. Unless you're lactose intolerant.
Plan accordingly.
No one's gonna question me on that one. Okay. Whatever. here on the printer. Boom. I don't speak pasta.
Bomb located by Op
We'll
4.
put this on this table. I like put them on tables like this. Isn't that cool? It's like a little gift to them. Alright, time to play Desk Cadet. Who didn't get their armor?
I got it.
Yeah, that's good.
There is a drone in here, and that is no bueno. I think that's Spanish for yes.
Yeah. No bueno. Yes, bueno.
I'm gonna get pre-fired. Watch this.
Don't worry, I got your back, dude. What's up, honored Alblex?
You might want to move.
No, I'm in a good spot, dude.
They're about to blow open the wall.
No, they would never do that. Although... Oh no, where'd my camera? Where'd my camera?
One speaking to Paul. One's coming upstairs for some reason. Oh, they're gonna get hatches. One's coming in open.
Damn it. A door!
One's speaking open. One's in the open door.
Friendly last operator standing.
Oh, it's okay. I got this. I got one drone. Or I could just probably shoot them. What do you guys think?
He knows you're there.
Me too. Oh!
Nice try.
Mission
I
failed.
didn't know he was. This is
All
pre-fire where I
friendly
assumed they were gonna be. Oh man. I'm wanting Albert. I know you are, but dude. And how are you at 129 subs? You make a lot of videos, dude. You gotta make videos. You gotta make a videos like you make a pasta. You gotta keep making it, and then you get the better, and it makes the pasta go. I think I have like maybe 3 or maybe 4 moments in this 32 minutes that we can use so far. The sledgehammer's pretty good. That was a beastly hammer.
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb.
I don't know, Albert, man. It does help that I have a stream as well with like 2K followers, so like some of those people just also sub as well. On the
On the
hunt.
site we were in.
Yeah, they're on the samey spots, and they have a key again. We're on the hunt.
Advise your drone
We're
to
on the
locate a
hunt,
bomb.
hunt.
Drone has located a bomb. 10 seconds to insertion. Insertion in 5 seconds. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
We just gotta work together. We just gotta work together, team, okay? This time we'll do it.
Alright. Ideas, anyone?
Yeah, kill more of them than they kill of you.
Alright.
I remember when, whatchamacallit, what's his tits? Glaz was actually, like, not nerfed. I remember being able to shoot at anything I want in here. Now I can't do anything with Glaz. Wait, that entire wall wallable?
Yeah.
Holy shit, didn't even
That's a
know.
soft-sided wall. Really?
No, I'm not even joking, dude. I didn't know. That's crazy good. Thanks. That's awesome.
You're welcome, I guess.
No, it's like information I didn't know. Learn something new every day. Alright. teach you something new too. Watch this. You can. Oh my God, there's a baddie down there. Whoa, 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 whoa! No, 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 no! I shot him. Okay, somebody tell me that I shot that guy.
Where was he?
On the stairs.
Which up,
The-
down?
He was going top when he killed me. It's Cade. Cade's up top floor. Meme-fied. Watch out. He should be to your left, Meme-fied. Or don't look. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Thank God somebody paid
I'ma
attention.
do the meme thing, YOLO.
Can someone at least tell me that I should have got him on my screen? Say please somebody say that. Say my screen was good. No one? Okay.
Oh, sorry, kill. Might be.
All good.
I think you can smoke it off and plant.
Nice. See, I told you, work together, guys. Although I'm sandbagging the team right now at like 1 and 3. Jeez Louise, I'm so bad.
It's casual, bro. It's casual.
Dude, so bad. Alright, we got it though. Gotta win, gotta win, we gotta win. Gotta win, gotta win our first casual match. I actually don't really like Maestro. I just like his machine gun. I like the idea of him, but I don't like the fact that there's no really good spot to put his turrets. Is that safe to say? Or are we defending anyways? Location... CCTV. Actually, Maestro might be good here. Okay. Mr. Blue?
Sky?
Yeah, I was gonna ask him if he can sing us, like, a song.
Preferably by the Electric Lights Orchestra.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Secure the
interesting.
bombs.
Can you do that for us, Mr. Blue?
I'll have to pass.
Alright, man. That's okay. I'm gonna support you with that little turret boy. Okay?
Be advised, a bomb location is
Alright.
compromised.
No one got that drop down.
Down to 10 seconds.
Hey, you want to see a badass angle? Hold up.
5 seconds left.
Oh my god, I can't shit for shit. Ah, fucking, I hate fucking pit. That's why I hate fucking shit. Duh. I got it.
Let me vault! I fucking swear to God.
Please don't come in here and kill me. Please don't come in here and kill me. Please, everything work out well. Just work out for me, baby.
A bomb has been located by Op 4.
What the fuck is that, dude?
Was that Habana?
I have no clue, dude. I'm watching garage. Nothing's in here so far. I might have just done the dumbest thing with these turrets possible.
They're droning.
They're in a drone hole. I didn't attach. They know I'm here. Probably gonna die. Who the fuck holds that angle in a casual?
Me? Thrilling gameplay right here. Lean God.
Above.
Dropped hatch.
Yeah, I
Or
saw
dropped hatch.
I saw shit falling down, but I didn't see any coming down.
Gamified, there's a Twitch like directly above where Tachanka is. You can go over there. He's paying attention to hatch, I believe.
Op 4, last stop standing.
Good job, guys. The turrets are winning. Wow!
Mission successful.
Good job, guys. Jesus Christ, can't catch a break.
Jesus Christ.
I can't even get a single kill, although I have a single kill. But I can't get another one. Mario Kart, are you still there?
One time I chewed on a glow stick and it popped in my mouth.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Are we doing lockers again? Alright, let's do lockers again, guys. What time is it? Is it, oh, it's not even 12 o'clock yet. Nice. Nice.
Protect the bombs.
Okay. Why are you talking Cracker Jacks about them, dude?
You don't hold that angle or anything like that in a casual game unless you're just fucking.
Barbed wire going up. Device set.
What's up,
And
Jebson?
I am, and I know I'm justified on that.
10 seconds.
Got him.
Device placed.
5 seconds.
Come on me, it's Jebson. DM me on Discord, and I'll think about it. And right now I'm in the middle of a game, bro.
Op 4 has a diffuser.
Make it seem like I can do things when I'm in the middle of a game, bro.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
Oh my god. So this is like the only challenge I've had is killing stupid freaking drones with this pistol and this gun. Alright, I hope this is good enough for me. Okay. Oh,
Is that garage?
ba-bum-bum. Well, garage is clean from what I can see. Unless they,
Stairs.
oh my god, I go the wrong way every time. Where's my drone? I didn't know you streamed on YouTube. Dude, man. Come on, man. Shush, man.
A bomb has been located by Op 4.
I just want to do what I want to do.
God fucking. I just want to play a goddamn casual game.
Me too, dude.
Then there were two.
Hibana's hatch upstairs, man.
You need to disable their diffuser.
Sledge trying to smack a reinforced wall behind you. Sledge is going window.
Friendly,
Fuck.
last operator standing.
Moment I look the other window.
Let me
Someone's
do
on.
it right.
Good job, guys. Not my fault.
Failed. All
Good try.
friendlies were eliminated.
God damn, I just want to play casual. Fuck.
Yeah, we're not doing it right. We gotta think tactical. What's going wrong? Why are we failing? Why are we failing to impress? You should play Rust if you get a chance. I'd play Rust, but I don't like Rust. I need to play with somebody. It's so... Oh wait, I know somebody I can play with. Hey Pen, you wanna play Rust? I mean, I haven't installed Rust.
Do you mind if I take 30 minutes to log into a server?
Right now? Not tonight. I'm just saying like in the future.
Cause I have a friend who runs a server and he's been wanting me to play with him, and I mean,
We could do it
we
like...
got a bunch of people on his server. Me,
Yeah.
him, me, you, him. All your friends who want to play Rust.
I have friends. But yeah, I mean, we can get like at least some viewers and stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
Populate that shiznits. I just want moderator or admin so I can fly around in God mode and scare people.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna let you do that though.
I need to ask something. What do you need to ask?
He'll give you like a scientist suit, I think.
Yes,
but, like,
scientist suit.
he won't fucking like just give you.
But what if it's for like a
Come
video where like, I just go around like scaring people? How's the multi-stream turning out? Not too well, but you know, it's mostly for the hours. So like, we've been streaming a little bit under an hour, and we get like 10, 15 people on or something, even like 5 people on, and people stay for like an hour. That's 5 hours of my watch time that I need, that I get done in like one sitting. Versus right now where we're at like, I think we're at like close to like 80 hours, but it takes forever to do it with per video. Because like maybe a video might get an hour or two of watch time, but this way I get like all at once. I get like 5-10 hours, and I don't have to worry about like whether or not a video is gonna like get views or not. Because you need 4,000 hours. You need 4,000 hours to get monetized. I can do that either by making 4,000 hours of content. Well, it looks like what I've been doing is if I make like a 10-minute long video, I usually get about an hour worth of, or an hour or two worth of views. So that means I would have to make like 2,000 hours worth of videos, and I have to do that within. I have to do that within like what, a year? Or I could just stream once and I get like 4 or 5 hours for 1 hour of thing, and I don't have to waste like more than 1 hour because I just stream for 1 hour, and there you go. I got 5 hours of whatever. Does that make any sense? What I'm saying? Basically, it's less effort doing this way, like super less effort. And hypothetically, if these streams are actually good, you have to do it in 1 month. No, it's not. You're wrong. It's 4K hours.
I can't imagine trying to shit out 4K a month's worth of, not a month, a year's worth of content in a month.
Yeah, it's 4K hours in a year and 1,000 subs.
Wait, no, 4K, if I remember right, 4K's,
It's monetization.
it's half a year, so you just have to stream for half of the year.
Well, yeah.
Cav's gonna be upstairs.
Well, yeah. If I,
Mom's downstairs.
Well, yeah, you mean like I stream? Like, yeah, if I did like my Twitch stream on this, I could probably knock out. You know, I did about 2K hours last year for streaming, and then I got about like, I have like 50,000 views, so I've gotten like about a ridiculous amount of hours. You know, I've gotten about 10-15 average depending on streams. So I would definitely have hit my 4K if I was just streaming it constantly. But I'm not gonna do that obviously right now because I want to keep streaming on Twitch because that's like
is that bar?
that's like 99% of my viewer base. But anyways, the idea is just, you know, grow both platforms. Peeky peeky. Come on, peek out again, dude. Bro, please.
Frosted.
Oh my god. Wait, did I get him? Oh my god, I got him. I got it. You see that? Who saw that? Guys, don't move, don't move, don't move.
Yeah, I'll stay still.
You have to drop fuse.
I got their Cav, or whatever Tit's name is, the Brazilian girl.
There's somebody over there peeking.
Scythe Game, what's up, dude?
Sorry about that.
Where am I getting spotted from? Oh, yeah.
You're on the wrong floor.
What's the object?
Am I really?
Basement.
Oh, you know what? I am. Wow, I am really on the wrong floor.
You must recover the diffuser.
That's a me problem.
Charge ready.
A really big me problem.
They're right below you, Fuse.
Well, that. I'm gonna go with Mr. Barb.
To your left.
Been located.
One at Arsenal room. Volk.
Ah! Dirt! Dirt!
One friendly operator remaining.
I actually might have just had a stroke there. What the heck was that?
One op 4 remaining.
Last one's in Arsenal. Might have rotated out.
I actually might have just had a stroke in that. Popping that
We
thing.
have been eliminated.
I mean, I guess technically Albix, you don't need to have the 4K 1K, but it does. They're not gonna approve you unless you do. I mean, unless you're like amazing, you're getting like ridiculous views, like, oh, I have like 1,000 subs, or I have like 8,000 hours and I only have 500 subs. They probably will do it because you have like a really good, video or something. But most likely due to me, because I'm like scrounging up views where I can. I'm gonna have to go hit the mark. What are we looking for? We're looking for I'm gonna go for Bandit, or no, I'm gonna go Goo Boy. I haven't gone Goo Boy in a long time.
Protect the bombs.
Alright, probably go put this thing here. That was good.
Be advised, a bomb
Probably.
location has been
Yum yums. Yum yums. Okay.
bomb location compromised.
Eating up all those drones, yo. They call me the drone hunter.
Reload.
Alright, I'm gonna put this here.
Samurai.
Alright.
10 seconds to
What I used to do usually do in this map is I hide underneath the map, like underground,
seconds and counting.
because it's like fun, I guess, kinda.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
I just like the idea of just attacking them from behind and shooting them back.
Changing max.
Reminds me of the Vietnam War. Well, that's garage. It's one garage, I think. Another garage? Two garage?
I don't even know where the fuck I got killed from.
Keep balance down.
Don't shoot me. Ah! Fuck.
There's one in garage.
There's two in garage. Well, I got shit on because I'm retarded.
Babes in position.
Ignis, how's the quality look on the ultra latency free mode? Does it look bad, good, or about the same last time? Oh, I love the part where you can't do anything when you're knocked down.
Friendly, last operator standing.
Brush my teeth.
Mission failed. All friendlies have been neutralized.
Cool. So this isn't really going out. This isn't really going too well, Penny, isn't it?
I just want to play Siege.
Oh man. It's okay. We've
Sit
tried our
around
best.
Desk screen all day is so fun.
Yeah.
Desk screen all day is so fun.
That's cool. That's ultra free latency mode is so ultra free, man. I mean ultra latency free. That's cool. It's great. Good. Really excited about that.
I gotta go after this.
Yeah, I get you. It's been. I was gonna call it anyways because it's been really mediocre.
Yeah.
You can't always do it. You know, it can't always be great. You know, but it's good enough. You know.
Get my ass kicked for people who look like they're using controllers, and that's not fun for me.
Yeah, no, it's just been awful. But anyways, we'll have like a better one next time we get together. I hope.
Well, we're doing Rust tomorrow, aren't we?
Oh, we're doing Rust tomorrow. You even got a schedule and everything? Cool.
I mean, you don't have it installed unless you can install it in 30 minutes.
I can, but I don't want to play tonight. It's pretty late. I have like to keep it.
Exactly.
But yeah, we can play tomorrow. Probably late though. What time do you want to do it?
I think I'm free at any.
All right, so we can do like around like 9 p.m.
Yeah, that'll work.
10 seconds before insertion.
So tomorrow's a Rust stream, I guess.
Insertion in 5 seconds. A bomb must be located.
Basement.
I haven't played Rust in like I haven't played Rust since it came out, basically.
Located a bomb.
I actually really like the game, but you know what? I don't like it anymore. Alright, I think I don't like it. Wasn't there a drone hole in here? Oh, here it is.
Clear the blast area!
Oh, this is not gonna really help me any. Do we have a thermite that can open up this bargain bin basket? No, we don't have a thermite. We have a Hibana. Can we go on top of this?
Oh shit, move! Oh no!
Dude, you just nuked our best player.
It's
I'm
okay.
so fucking sorry, dude. Where was he?
He's proning in the bar.
One friendly
Oh
operator.
my god,
Where
I
was
just felt in the corner by the like fucking tunnel, the cave. Probably still in it. You hear him? This guy's hallway. Nice.
Op 4 neutral.
Ah!
Mission success.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We're winning.
Oh!
Wait, we're not winning. We're just not losing yet. Play of the game. All right, so this is my turn. Now you're shining. Now it's my turn to shine. That's how it works, right? Okay. I'm gonna play Legion Boy. Gotta goobies. Gotta be a goofy goobler. Whew. I'm a goofy goobler, yeah. Are we all goofy gooblers?
Oh, motherfucker. Okay, guess I'm alibi.
bombs protected.
Oh, this
Setting
map.
down my +1.
What happened? What do you want to happen, Mario Cat? Oh my god, did I just do that?
Did you just... What did you do?
I just killed myself, essentially. I was hit my F key, my G key came down with it, because I had like a piece of rice underneath it. And I basically halved my health.
And your defense accordingly.
I instantly just ruined our chances of really me doing anything significant this game.
5 seconds and counting.
I mean, I'll try to get like a peek or something
Op
off
4 has
them,
located a bomb.
but honestly, at this point, I just foobarred the shit out of everyone. Oh my god.
Why is there an IQ over there?
We're all goofy goo boys, yeah.
Op 4 found a bomb. You must defend it.
I can't believe I just killed myself, basically. Oh no.
Using construction.
Kyle, aim small so you don't miss small.
One's on the garage door. The other's right below. Mylan, peek into garage. You won't.
Ah!
Oh god, I have 20 HP.
Please.
One friendly operator remaining.
I just completely shit my pants. Like that's my whole Siege game has been today. Is me shit my pants. Dude, how did I not hear that? Oh my god.
Failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
Dude, I'm bad, I'm sorry.
That's alright, dude. I shit my pants twice this game already. Fuck
I
me.
actually did scream when I just died.
Alright, well that was it. That's all I care about. I'm done with this crap. I can't deal with this depression anymore.
Yep.
The great.
Peace and dude.
Yeah, thanks for an hour of something. That was awful, dude. That was horrible. But thanks.
No problemo.
And with that, we're gonna end the swam. Jepson, hey Jepson. Yeah, it's me. Shimmy Shing is me. I said a joke, and I said, oh, that's Jepson. All right, Jepson, are you still in the chat, dude? I have to add you here. Dog. How do I add moderator? Bam. Okay. You're now moderator, Jepson. Why'd you remove all of his things on the chat? Wait, what? Message retracted. What was retracted? Anyways, let's end the stream. This is depressing.